from Utah Valley, welcome Jason Tolbert. They're 133 pounds. From the Air Force Academy, Anthony McHugh. His opponent from Utah Valley, Trey Rouser. At 141 pounds from the Air Force Academy, Cadet Connor O'Hara. And his opponent from Utah Valley, Matt Ontiveros. At 149 pounds from the Air Force Academy, Cadet Jerry McGinty. His opponent from Utah Valley, please welcome to the left, Trevor Wilson. At 157 pounds, wrestling from the Air Force Academy, Sam Creedmeyer. His opponent from Utah Valley, Logan Addis. At 165 pounds from the Air Force, Jesse Stafford. His opponent from Utah Valley, Dalton Harmon. At 174 pounds from the Air Force Academy, Mr. Michael Billingsley. His opponent from Utah Valley, please welcome Ethan Smith. At 184 pounds, wrestling from the Air Force Academy, Zen Ikahara. And his opponent from Utah Valley, Derek Thomas. My bad, Mr. Ross Taylor. And now at 197 from Air Force, Jack Sardak. And now from Utah Valley, Derek Thomas. And the big man at 285 pounds for Air Force, Mr. Marcus Malachek. And his opponent from Utah Valley, Adam Baker.
Just watching her blonde hair, sunburned, stare at them white caps rolling over. The laid back at a thrift store.
Captains to the center of the mat.
But she looks back and she throws me a kiss like, honey, I sure want you. And it's 103 between her and me, and only 92 in Daytona.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's matches will begin at 149 pounds. So put your hands together and welcome from the Air Force Academy, Jerry McGinty.
All right, welcome to the campus of Utah Valley University. My name is Sam Allen. I'm here with
Avery Garner.
and we are here to announce a great duel between the Utah Valley University Wolverines going up against the Air Force Falcons coming to us from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Tonight, we are fortunate enough to have them in town. We've got a good home crowd, and I think even more importantly, we're starting the matches off tonight at 149 pounds. First up with Trevor Wilson from Utah Valley University going up against Jerry McGinty from the Air Force Academy. Now, Avery, tell us, Avery's a standout wrestler for UVU, just finished last year, and so his perspective's great as he's still around and with the program and with the kids. So, Avery, tell us how Air Force is stacking up this year.
You know, Sam, Air Force is always tough. They've got a few ranked wrestlers, but, UVU does too. I think it'll be a very close match tonight.
Fighting for position here in the middle of the mat. Trevor Wilson coming to us as a junior here. Good inside high C shot to a single leg position. Wilson tries to turn out and kick, but is unsuccessful, and we're still in a scramble position here. Again, a single leg shot with his head on the outside, looking for a reaching to the double. Double legs, it steps through, actually captures that bottom leg. Bad position for Trevor Wilson. He's got to crawl his leg forward, get his leg out so he doesn't get turked over. And this near fall, you can see McGinty really digging for the chin and the other shoulder to turn Trevor Wilson's shoulders to the mat, catch that near fall. So here he goes. He's actually got the near fall. He's turned the shoulders, and this is a bad position. It's exhausting and can turn into a fall position, Avery, right?
Absolutely. Trevor has to keep crawling forward, get his leg out, get out of that near fall position. Very tough position to be in. Air Force doing a great job of scoring near fall. 25 seconds left in the round. Trevor looking to turn to his stomach, get out of the scoring position.
We're running down to the end of the first round. 10 seconds left. Trevor Wilson into a bad position out of that scramble in the first first minute, where he ends up getting his bottom leg caught, Avery, and giving up that three, and ends up staying down and flat and on his back. So we finished the first period with a score of 5-0 for Air Force's Jerry McGinty. It was Air Force's choice. They defer to Utah Valley. Greg Williams has a little talk with the referee. So a little break here, able for Trevor Wilson to catch his breath.
Trevor came out a little cold. We'll see how he responds these next two periods. Air Force chooses down.
Air Force chooses down. We're going to look for Trevor to put some hurt on here by getting weight forward on his opponent. Comes to a quick kind of blanket ride where he's gone a spiral ride inside here with a half on the side of his head. A lot of pressure up on the upper body of McGinty. Looking for a nice turn here. Trevor Wilson, again, I think I said he was a junior. Trevor Wilson, sophomore. Young wrestler for us for Utah Valley, coming in wrestling out of Tucson, Arizona. Actually transferred from Arizona State, and which was awesome for us. A number of Arizona wrestlers, great high school standouts, and even guys that have participated at the University of Arizona have opted to come to Utah Valley. We were happy to have the guys, tough guys from down south come up. McGinty does a good job knee sliding. He comes up out, scores an escape, and now we're back to our feet. Wilson was able to knock that riding time that was accrued over the first period. Excuse me. Now we got a 53-second riding time, so that's not necessarily a factor right now. A 6-0 score. It's important. How important is this now? I mean, Trevor's got to put some points on the board, Avery. How important is it? We got about 45 seconds here. We're going to the third period. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely crucial right now. He's down 6 points. He's got a little over 2 minutes left in the match to make something happen. 6 points is a lot in college wrestling. He's got to do some work right here to make something happen.
We're going to look for his hands to get active. You see McGinty right there tries for a quick drag by. And, you know, you got to get your hands busy. That's how you get the guy stepping, how you get it moving and reacting. And we're running down to 18 seconds here. We got to get something big if Trevor's going to take a shot. He's coming inside, again, moving those hands. Nice shot. Ooh, not quite enough penetration there to make anything happen. McGinty shuts it down. And we're up to 5 seconds left in the second period here. And that's the end of the second period, which means it's Trevor Wilson's choice. Trevor chooses down. He's got to get out quick here, huh, Avery?
Yep. get out and get some points on the board, start taking down, getting takedowns, and put his opponent to his back.
You know, Trevor wasn't too far out of Avery's weight class, and so, I mean, you guys ever get a chance to train together?
Yes, last year every day.
What's his style like? What would you say his strong suit is here?
He's tough in every position. He's flexible, he's fast, he's technical. Very tough in the wrestling room.
Nice.
When we wrestle together.
Nice escape here. We're looking for him to be tough on the mat too. So we're tough in the room, tough on the mat. Nice escape here. Minute 3 riding time. So now that is a factor. We're going to look for Trevor to get real busy. He's got a 5-point deficit to make up here. Again, these guys. Yeah, for those of you that wrestle, I think you understand. Maybe those are family or friends watching that aren't familiar with wrestling. It might not look like a lot's going on when they're head-to-head and they're hand-to-hand fighting, but man, that is a battle in and of itself. Matches are won and lost just off of that hand fight, getting a guy to step, getting him to move, applying pressure, pushing. That's where the opportunities to shoot, that's where the opportunities to score come in.
1 minute.
Got a minute left in the 3rd period. Trevor Wilson, we got to get him going. Nice fake shot, dummy shot, doesn't quite penetrate all the way through and comes back up. McGinty is pushing out. Ooh.
Good duck under.
Nice duck under. Unfortunately, we're out of bounds. I think that might have scored had we been a little bit closer in bounds here. McGinty was trying to just push Trevor out. Got to look for him to turn this up. Shot here, gets stuffed by McGinty. We don't want to take down here. That's the difference between a decision, a major decision, which is a 1 point. But sometimes those points come up at the end to be a big deciding factor in how close a match is and a win and a loss. Another shot by McGinty. Oh, he gets thrown. He gets thrown to his back. 1. Count that near fall. He got 2 near fall there. Riding time's not a factor. Darn it. That match ends up going down. We were talking about scoring 5. Almost held him and long enough to score that 3 near fall. That would have tied the match up. Unfortunately, with the takedown and 2 near fall, that made the end of the match score. Man, that was close. End of the match score 6-5. Trevor Wilson loses by 1, and darn it, we just barely missed that one. Next up, quick into it, 157 pounds, Logan Addis of Utah Valley University is going against Sam Kiemeyer from the Air Force Academy. You ever get a chance to go up against and train with Logan, or was he a little bit out of your weight?
Yeah, Logan and I wrestle around a little bit. Very tough wrestler. Likes to grind. Has some great technique. This year's his first year in the starting lineup as a front runner for UVU.
Yeah, he's put in some hard work.
Great shot. The single.
Nice
Gets
shot.
his hand locked.
Gets his hands down, or his head down. We got to look for him to drive up. Look, his head's coming up. He's going to step behind this, lifts it up onto his thigh. Kiemeyer's doing a good job. Did a good job of breaking that grip, stomping it down. Now we got a wizard position. Wizards him out in front, and then we're back up to neutral. Nice little scramble there.
No points scored.
Nothing scored.
Great action by both wrestlers.
Now Logan's coming to us from Cottonwood, Arizona. Another Arizona kid coming up. He's a junior, and again, coming into his own. First year into the starting lineup. Happy to have him on. He's a tough wrestler.
Great shot there by
Kiemeyer.
Kiemeyer
does a good job. Again, same position that Trevor Wilson got caught in last round. Keeps that bottom leg, gets hooked and into a ski position. Logan did a good job of crawling his leg forward, getting his leg out. Now he's back up to his feet. Kiemeyer comes to us out of Fort Collins, Colorado. He's just a freshman. Big beast of a freshman. He looks extremely strong, muscular. And, you know, some of these guys coming out of high school got a great great coach, great pedigree, and ready to ooh, deep shot, just nothing on the end of it. Kiemeyer did a good job of sprawling high and hard onto Logan's head. Logan immediately escaped, so it's not so much a battle of staying underneath. We're losing these takedowns. Some of them from our attacks. Both times from our attack. Kiemeyer up to a tripod position now. Logan's got this front headlock. Look for him to milk it down. But our ref says no. You know what? We want to get a fresh start here instead of hang out. 19 seconds left in the first round. Let's look for Logan to get a takedown here. I mean, we got to tie this up. Makes the whole match look a little bit different when we go into rounds 2 and 3. Shot by Kiemeyer, high C, comes around. Let's see if Logan can scramble here. We got 6 seconds to hold him off. We got to hold him off. We really got to hold him off. Nice job by Logan. Kiemeyer, good shot. Wasn't able to finish in time. So this next round, Logan defers to Kiemeyer. Kiemeyer's choice. Kiemeyer defers, and Logan chooses down. Immediately, Logan gets out. Again, riding time not really a factor. He's not really getting ridden by Kiemeyer. Logan's out to his feet. Score is 3-4 for our Utah Valley University's Logan Addis. Got to get our hands going here. We got to get some takedowns. Logan's had some good offense here, right, Avery?
Yeah, he's had some good shots, but Kiemeyer has equally good defense and his own good shots.
You know, I've noticed Kiemeyer. Ooh, he looks to hook. Oh man, you know, he comes up in a kind of a scramble position. He's looking to throw and ends up kind of falling flat on his back. And darn it, something big Logan was trying ended up coming back around to bite him. And Kiemeyer ends with a pin. That makes the team score 9-0. Utah Valley looking to put some points on the board with our next matchup. Dalton Harmon, one of our freshmen, local guys. Dalton's coming from us from Nephi, Utah. Super studly kid. Not even a redshirt year in between. He's stepped up. He's done a great job for UVU. Really come into his own and developed. I think it's good. You know, Avery, I don't know if what your thoughts are on this, but where there's possibility for someone to step in and feel what it's like to make that jump, because there's a big jump when you go between high school and college. It's good for them to feel that right away. They know what's expected of them. They know what's next for the next few years of their competition.
Absolutely. Dalton Harmon doing a great job of that this year. True freshman starting for the Wolverines.
Dalton Harmon's opponent, Jesse Stafford. Stafford's coming to us as a senior from Loomis, California.
Takedown by Stafford. Working that same Turk position.
Stafford's been ranked even this year up to as high as 19th. Not sure if his ranking is current, but certainly last year was ranked two University of Air Force Academy wrestlers. Ooh, we're into his near fall position again. This Turk position that our UVU guys are getting caught in. The bottom leg gets caught in his leg ride position and skied out, turned over. A 3 near fall. So Stafford goes up 5-0 with a minute left in the first round. Dalton was looking tough there, you know, on his feet for a moment. Again, nice leg rider. A leg rider can seriously wear you out because they just take your knees and your hips totally out of the game, lay all their weight on you. Makes that whole game extremely, extremely difficult, especially if a guy's good at it, right, Avery?
Absolutely. You can see right now Dalton Harmon getting his hips pinned down to the mat,
so what does Dalton got to do? I mean, he knows Stafford's going to throw these legs.
First of all, you can't let the legs come in. You got to block them right away. But if you are in the leg position, you got to crawl forward, slip your legs out, get to your base again.
We got a blood timeout here, so Dalton's going to take a little break. He's had a cut on the bridge of his nose that if you've wrestled, you know what it's like. You got one scratch on your face, it's probably going to last for a long time because you're constantly training. What else are you supposed to do, right?
Absolutely.
But some of the ranked wrestlers that we've had, Josh Martinez, 125-pounder, he's not going to be wrestling tonight. We'll visit that when we get closer to the 125-pound weight class. But Stafford's been ranked as high as 19, which, man, that's no slouch. That's no slouch of a wrestler looking to qualify for nationals. And certainly when you got a ranked wrestler, gives you a taste. Dalton's getting a taste for exactly what's next, what's really expected of him. Good stand-up, brings that hand to a hip. Turns out, nice escape. Now we're hand fighting here. So we're down 5. We're down 5-1, Avery. What's got to happen? Dalton's young. Stafford, much more experienced wrestler. Oh, nice shot in.
Stafford's doing a great job of getting in on Dalton's legs. As we see another takedown for Stafford. Dalton's got to do that himself, Get on his head, get his own attacks going if he's going to make anything of this match.
Well, that finishes the first period. We got a score of 7-1 for Air Force Academy's Jesse Stafford. In the second round, Dalton Harmon chooses down. He got out pretty quick here on a fresh start the last time. We line up, Stafford on top. Nice chop, tight waist chop here to this kind of crab ride tilt position. Dalton does a good job of wiggling his hips out, getting caught. Another shoulder hug position out of a leg ride. And the refs, there he goes, he's calling it. Again, a guy that's good with his legs. Man, he'll pin you down, you expose your hips even a little bit. Next thing you know, you're getting held and tilted for 2-3 points. Shoulder hug for 2-3 points. Skied out, turked, turned over for 2-3 points. It's a tough position to be in. So again, what's the idea here? What's he got to do?
Right now he's got his hips trapped to the mat. He's got to crawl forward, slip that leg out, build his base. Very tough position though.
Exhausting position to be in. A lot of pressure right on the lower back, and referee says, you know what, let's get a fresh start here. We don't want to waste any more time of just laying here. You got to know those legs are coming in,
Right, that fresh start could be a blessing to Dalton. He's got to stop him from coming in. And the legs are back in.
That slips him that one time, with a mule kick slip. He knew it was coming. He brought his leg high, brought his knees together, and slipped it. But we're right back in. And interestingly enough, if you watch, Stafford's leg ride is actually really low down on the thigh and almost knee area. He brings the free leg up, traps it to his body. There's obviously a turn he likes to do out of this. He's trapping it. He's trying to bow the back and perhaps take him to the side. Again, he's just got that trapped in between his legs and his body and Dalton Harmon's body. Oh, now he locks that up. That is a real tight position to be in. Man, you see this position, unorthodox to say the least. But once you turn those hips, again, he reaches back, keeps that foot trapped, got it hooked up in his elbow. Man, that whole second period, Dalton has a tough time getting up off of his base and out of those tight anaconda leg ride. You know what I'm saying, Avery? So now we're into the third period. The score is 13-1. Riding time is definitely a factor with 3 minutes and 20 seconds accrued. Air Force Academy's Jesse Stafford chooses down. Dalton on top. Now he tries a little leg ride action here. Throws a leg in, he's on top. Weight on the back of the hips. Dalton keeping his head down, maybe looking for this power half type of a position. Avery, do you feel that when someone's good at a top position, for example, Stafford's obviously shown, a referee calls stalemate. Stafford's shown that he's great on the leg ride, right? Do you feel like when you're good at the leg ride, you also know how to defend the leg ride equally as well?
I mean, typically you think you would, because you'd understand the ins and outs of a good leg ride.
Yeah, and I feel that way too. You got the right pressure. You know the pressure on top. I also know how to avoid it when I'm on bottom. I feel like the tougher positions I know I've been good at, those are the ones that I'm probably best at defending at as well. Oh, cradle position here. Dalton, oh, he almost takes him back down to a cradle position. 50 seconds left in this third period. Warning stalling. Stafford got up by 13, or excuse me, by 12 points, and now he's taking a little bit of a coast, and the ref says, nah, we don't want any more stalling. Dalton's got a great lockup in a cradle position. We're going to look for him to come to the side and then take him straight back. He's trying to go roll him over his body. You can set these feet out, take him straight back. Let's see what he decides to do. He's got the lock. Again, the longer that lock goes, though, the more time Stafford has to stay on his base. And again, he's being tough in this position. Another stall call. So now we got a point given to us. So the score is 2-13. Dalton Harmon riding him tough. Does a good job that third period. So that ends the match with riding time added. The score was 13-2. Stafford has a major decision victory. So after that matchup, guys, team score is 13-0. Air Force is up on our Utah Valley Wolverines. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Avery Gardner and Sam Allen, we're here with you. Stay tuned. We're back, and we already got underway here. Sorry for the little bit of delay there. So next up, we got our senior, one of the leaders of our team, Ethan Smith, going up against Michael Billingsley. Billingsley's a freshman wrestler from Winnemucca, Nevada. Obviously, our homegrown Ethan Smith from Midway, Utah, wrestled at Wasatch High School, great wrestling tradition there. Actually, he also went to University of Purdue, I guess you'd call it, right? Had a good year there. Was it just 1 year, Avery, or two?
I believe it was one. Then he went on a 2-year LDS mission. Came back to UVU.
Yeah, things change. Wanted to stay home, little closer to family. Decided to stay home with the great UVU wrestling program that had been developed the 2 years while he was gone. But I think, you see the type of caliber wrestler he is, gets recruited to one of those bigger name school back east, and Purdue has a great wrestling tradition. Came here to Utah Valley University to also, good shot in there, but not enough penetration here. A bit of a size difference here. Billingsley's going up from 157 pounds, 65 pounds, wrestling up a weight class tonight. So we're looking for Ethan Smith to really put something on the board here. Hopefully a fall, close the gap of this this matchup. Again, team score 13-0. Had a good matchup last week. University of Wyoming, 18th ranked team, in the nation, came in and put a pounding on UVU. I was telling friends and acquaintances of mine, I hadn't seen UVU be beat that bad in a long time. And, you know, we're a young team, though. We're developing. We're changing. Last year, we had some seniors graduate. Avery was one of them. Referee calls him back in the middle, say, hey, let's get a fresh start. Got a minute left, a little over a minute 5 left in the first period. Again, sizing each other up, hand fighting here. We had a shot, not a lot of penetration shot by Ethan Smith. I think that was the only real action we had so far this round. A little fake shot for a low level. Ethan does a good job of hands sprawling and getting his feet back and away. Ooh, post. Timed that post and got a shot, but again, Ethan stopped him with his hands. 32 seconds. Let's see if there's something can come out of this. Avery, when there's short time, what do you got to do? We talked about this a little bit last week in the Wyoming match. You obviously really want to set things up correctly. You don't want to just dive in on things. What do you got to do?
Well, when there's short time, there's a couple different strategies. One, stay in good position so you don't get scored. Another, maybe it's a great opportunity to get a quick takedown.
Yeah.
Before you have to ride them too long.
We're into the second round, 0-0. Air Force's Billingsley defers. Ethan Smith says, all right, I'll go down, score some points here, get up out quick. And we'll see for him to get his hands going for a takedown after this. But we'll see what happens here. Quick start. Referee gets him going. Ethan tripods up. Nice escape. Just a few seconds down, and he escapes. Now we're back up to our feet. Ethan is a strong wrestler. Ethan, I believe, wrestled in the 149, 157-pound weight class his first year. And has since grown and just kind of come into his own. Found a good size and a good position at the 174-pound weight class where he was most effectively used. And with a nice shot here. Quick sprawl, it was sit out with a limp leg, and darn, Ethan couldn't hold on to that. Thought for sure we were going to get a takedown out of that. It was a nice shot by Ethan Smith. Anyways, what I'm trying to say with that is Ethan's coming into his own, grown, strong, ready to come in, make a great senior year here. Sprawl, we go out of bounds, nothing there, no points there. Back to the center. You know, right here I noticed both guys, level is pretty high. Great shot would be getting lower. There, Billingsley gets low. Ethan tries to get up underneath it. Front headlock position. Ethan comes up out of it, so now we're getting back to neutral. .30 seconds left in the second round. Scores 1-0. Ooh, little drag by there. No shot. Didn't fully commit to that shot. Shot, Ethan, man, nice down block to a sprawl. End of the second period. It's Air Force's choice. Billingsley chooses down. Again, third period. Let's see for Ethan to really turn this on. We need some points. Scores 1-0. We're up. What do we got? Avery, third period. What do you see Ethan doing here?
You know, if Ethan can ride him here, maybe get a riding point, put him in a better position to score, but Air Force is out right away. Now he's got to get a takedown.
Equal amount of time for Ethan to get away as it did for Billingsley to get away. His riding time is at 0-0-0. No one's got anything. So scores 1-1. Got a minute 30 left. No riding time. This is going to come down to a takedown.
Both guys shown that they're able to shoot and get on the legs, but no one's been able to finish yet. We'll see what happens here.
I think certainly Ethan's experience could come out on top here as he utilizes his technique and just the experience of the matches he's had. Hopefully he comes out on top here where we can put some points on the board. Shot, nice down block. Reshot, again, met Billingsley right with his head in his chest. Nothing really came of that. Oh, underhook throw by. Almost caught that. Billingsley, nice job. Ethan Smith does a good job of stopping it up. Fighting inside. You watch Billingsley. He's really owning the inside tie here. Most wrestlers, Avery, I don't know if you'd agree with this, scoring mostly out of an inside tie where they can push and pull and move a guy on the inside, get some drags. Oh, Ethan to a post, to a same leg, single leg shot. He picks it up. Oh man, oh man. Ethan had the leg up, tried to step around. Billingsley comes from a sweep single.
Ethan, great defense. Scramble position.
We got 10 seconds. 10 seconds left and both guys are scrambling.
Referee says nothing.
So, with an end score of the third period, 0-0, or excuse me, 1-1, we're going to overtime. Overtime is a minute, Avery. Sudden victory. Whoever gets the takedown wins. If no one scores, we go into our double overtime. Let's see for these guys really. I mean, that was awesome, that last little flurry. Both guys fighting hard. No one giving anything up. That was exciting. Thought Ethan's reshot there was good. Ethan's shot was good. Billingsley comes with a reshot. Then Ethan does a good job, almost scores a takedown because he just, shot there. Billingsley wasn't ready, but I think Ethan was a little too far away, so you combine those two and it ends up being no takedown. 35 seconds left in this overtime period. Elbow pass to a shot. It's a good look for him to get his hips really strong down on here. Puts his hips in. He's got a hip hooked. He's gonna look to jump around here. He steps. Oh, stepped into a shot. Billingsley ends up stepping in and grabbing the leg. Split position. He's coming up on top here. Nice. Nice. Ethan almost steps into a shot. Ends up putting his hips in the right way, getting Billingsley on his butt. He steps around, ends up scoring that sudden victory takedown. So the match score 3-1. We come out on top. Nice job, Ethan Smith, senior. Now we're right into our 184-pound match. The Beast, Ross Taylor. Oh, nice drag by here. He's going up against Zen Ikihara, excuse me. Ikihara, I've seen him wrestle. This is, seen him wrestle many times.
Ross doing a good, Ross in on his own shot. Low level, has the ankle, looking to finish. Ikihara has some good hips though.
Gonna look for Ross to try and come out the back door here, get his shoulders out, reach for a far hip. Right here, he's pinning his wrist. Gonna rock him back up onto his shoulders. We want to keep moving so the ref won't call stalemate here. Stalemate, where, push that off. Nice double leg finish. Great job by Ross Taylor. Ross riding tough here.
Going over the head, looking for
really tweaking that head.
3/4 Nelson cradle position.
Force ends up turning out, coming to his feet, getting an escape. Ooh, low-level shot here. So now Ross is in this drape position. He's going to look to pinch that head, keep his legs wrapped up, perhaps try to get his hip back, which he's trying to do. You can see he's trying to swing his foot around, get it back instead of fold it underneath him. At least hold on here, keep the weight on Ikihara's head and shoulders. Maybe the ref's going to call stalemate here. Hey, nothing's going on. Let's get a fresh restart. We'll see what happens, though. You see, Ross ends up getting his hip back, his leg back. Now he's putting a lot of pressure on. Putting a lot of pressure, coming to the side.
Just keeps walking around. Keep walking around, he'll get it.
Hooks the leg, and now he's kind of in the back position. If he can just get his other hand here, steps up over. Man, Ikihara's just on his back. A couple times here, a lot of fans were yelling, hey, he's pinned. Gonna look for Ross to stay up on top, keep his weight back on him. That's the only way to do it. Oh, here we go.
Look for it, look for it.
That's surprising to me. That's surprising to me. That last part was a scramble position, but I feel like Ross really did what it took in order to really secure the takedown. I would have called it a little bit earlier when Ross had come around to the back. Ikihara had his leg hooked, but he had control of him and then ended up scrambling because he had the leg hooked. He ends up pulling it over, and he's on his back, and people are yelling, yo, he's rolling straight to his back. He's pinned. Ref really wasn't looking at that position. Ikihara chooses down in the second period, and Ross is on top, riding tough with a half Nelson here. Wants to drive forward. He's in a leg ride now. Doesn't look too confident here where Ikihara stands up and gonna just let him go. Sometimes you do that. You end up getting a funky position, Avery, and you're like, you know what, let's just get a fresh restart. So with that escape, oh, Ross in on a shot. The escape makes it 2-2. Ross scores the takedown. Ikihara's scored 2 escapes now. 45 seconds riding time for Ross. Ross is a beast, right, Avery? Strong
Very
kid.
strong wrestler. He's a great technically as well. He was an All-American at Western Junior College.
Western Wyoming Community College. I actually wrestled there. Did my stint out there. And you know, it's actually, you know, you see guys that come up, they actually take those junior college years where they need a little bit of a developmental years and able to break into the Division I side, but I think Ross is a good example of that. A number of wrestlers that have wrestled for a lot of Division I programs started, oh, we got a shot there, but not enough push through. Ross got a good job keeping his hands heavy here. A lot of guys are able to make that transition, though, do the junior college thing, get to the Division I, and then make an impact. And certainly Ross making the starting lineup. A junior, he's still got a year more, and then a senior year to make big impact. Always looking for, ooh, drag by. Always looking for a chance to make that regional place, national championship invite. So, with the end of the second period, we go into the third. Scores tied 2-2. Ross Taylor chooses down Utah Valley. Team score 3-13. Utah Valley down by 10. We got to get some points on the board here. Ross Taylor. So there's a leg ride here. Ross grabbed that ankle, tried to get it. Now double leg ride. Gonna look to flatten him out. Ikihara trying for a shoulder hug here. Ross is doing a good job staying balled up. Now Ikihara's weight is really high. What do you do here, Avery?
He's got to get under those legs like he's trying. There you go.
Gonna look for him to step over and swim out now. Gonna look for him to swim out. Oh, God. Ends up getting an escape, not bad. I think he could have swam out, hooked that hip, hooked that leg, and ended up getting a reversal. Ross has rode tough on top, too, for the time that he was on top.
I think Ross really wants to work for another takedown, secure, real comfortable lead right now with a minute left.
Yeah, you always want to do that. I mean, I look at a 1-point match. It's kind of scary because you're like, man, I get a takedown, I'm down, I got my back against the wall. But also, you know that a takedown can really change the game, break a guy, break his spirits, make him not want to go anymore. But it means you got to stay tough. Outside shot there, Ikihara, it was way too far away. Ross had plenty of time to react. Now a front headlock position. Ross has been good here, stretching Ikihara out, hooks the back hip, comes around, scores an easy takedown there. Again, I think when you get there, it kind of breaks you. Now you know you're down by 3. There's a big mountain to climb with a short amount of time. We've got 29 seconds left, and we'll see what Ross Taylor can pull out. Lifts him, returns him to the mat. You get returned to the mat, that's also just mind-breaking. Now he's flat. Ross is doing a good job of a wrist ride, keeping weight up onto his shoulder. Looking to come out, maybe pop that out to a bar arm on the back. Ikihara does a good job coming back up to his feet. 7 seconds left. Now a bar arm position here for a tight waist tilt. And that finishes up our time. Ross Taylor comes away with a 5-2 victory, which makes the team score 6-13. Utah Valley coming back. Nice job by Ross Taylor. So again, we're here at the campus of Utah Valley University. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. Here we go.
We have a problem and we need your help.
It's happening at college campuses across the country, even here at UVU.
It's happening to our sisters, our wives,
our brothers, and our friends.
It's called sexual assault, and it has to stop.
We have to stop it, so listen up.
Sexual assault is any unwanted sexual contact.
If someone doesn't consent or cannot consent, even if they drank too much, it's rape, it's assault.
1 in 4 women.
And 1 in 16 men
are victims of sexual assault in their college career.
It's a crime. It's wrong.
Yes means yes. If they do not say yes, it means no.
We need to take responsibility for our actions and our inactions.
If I saw it happening, I was taught you have to do something about it.
If we saw it happening, we would speak up.
If I saw it happening, I'd help her.
We need to tell our friends if what they're doing is wrong.
Bystander intervention uses the power of peers to stop sexual assault before it happens.
Because I don't want to be a part of the problem.
We want to be part of the solution.
If you have been sexually assaulted,
there is help.
There is hope.
Be a part of the solution. This is about respect. It's about responsibility.
It's up to all of us to put a stop to sexual assault.
And that starts with you.
Because 1 is too many.
It's on us.
It's on us.
It's on us.
Join us by pledging to stop sexual assault here at UVU at itsonus.org.
I don't think of myself as just an undergrad. Okay, so I'm a sophomore, but I'm at UVU where it's all about engaged learning. Leading a project on DNA research, I don't have to wait for grad school to get this kind of experience. As a UVU student, I guess you could say engaged learning is in my DNA.
People talk about college like you're in some kind of bubble. Like there's college, and then there's the real world. Hey, this is UVU. You're not just reading about it or watching someone else do it. This is engaged learning. At the certificate, associate's, bachelor's, or master's level, you're in the real world every day.
They say the devil is in the details. And in here, there are a lot of details. Flavor, color, texture, temperature, presentation. It all has to be flawless. Pressure? Maybe. But with engaged learning, I get a lot of practice. And I'll bet your homework never tasted this good.
People talk about life after college, entering the real world. But this is engaged learning. I'm not just reading about it or watching someone else do it. I'm learning by doing. I'm at UVU. I'm in the real world every day.
think of myself as just an undergrad. Okay, so I'm a sophomore, but I'm at UVU where it's all about engaged learning. Leading a project on DNA research, I don't have to wait for grad school to get this kind of experience. As a UVU student, I guess you could say engaged learning is in my DNA.
We are back at Utah Valley University, where the Wolverines are taking on the Air Force Falcons coming into town. The Falcons have a 4-3 overall dual record, and they're 0-1 in the Western Wrestling Conference. And Utah Valley's had some really tough duels this year. Avery, you might be able to tell us a little bit about those. We're 1-4 on the year, 0-1 in the Western Wrestling Conference. Last week had a really, really tough matchup with the tough Cowboys of University of Wyoming. What can you tell us about the other Wolverine duels this year, Avery?
Yeah, UVU's had some tough matches. They've wrestled some legitimate schools, Boise State, 18th ranked Wyoming. You know, they don't back down when it comes to tough competition. They schedule the best. And with the young teams, sometimes it shows on a poor record, but they've got some standout individual performances. And
well, now we're up here at the 197-pound weight class. Derek Thomas of Utah Valley University going up against Jack Sarda from the Air Force Academy.
Derek's got a front headlock.
Nice front headlock.
Sarda slips it out.
Jack Sarda is a senior, 197 pounds, coming from Kimball, South Dakota. A lot of really tough wrestling coming out of South Dakota. Most of those kids you see, South Dakota going to University of Minnesota, really good wrestling tradition there. So a lot of tough kids coming out of there. A little fake shot there. Derek does a good job of feeling it, knowing when it's coming on. Got some movement on his feet. That's really what creates the angles, right, Avery? It's not necessarily about just getting a shot and being explosive. What do you got to do to get a takedown, really?
You got to get your opponent off balance and then aware. Either get his head down so he can't see the shot coming, or getting him to step too hard where you can time your shot to get in on the leg and take him down.
Derek Thomas, a wrestler, local guy coming from Layton, Utah. Layton High School, great. Ooh, nice shot right there on the edge of the mat. We're going to see if he can't score it. Oh, he gives it to him. Gives him the takedown. He reached far enough to capture the leg. Air Force coaches are looking, saying, I'm not so sure about that. But nice job by Derek on the edge of the mat. You got to wrestle all the way through, right, Avery?
Absolutely. You can score just as well on the edge of the mat as you can in the middle. Derek, great job securing the ankles and getting that 2-point takedown.
Well, he doesn't do the best job of holding him down. Sarda ends up jumping right up to his feet. Nice breaking of the hands, and he turns out for an escape. So scores 2-1. Derek Thomas of Utah Valley up. Derek Thomas is a junior, so he's got a couple more years again, looking to, shot in, and Sarda, man, digs that underhook under, takes the hand that was down on the leg and hip, pulls it right up, takes you way out of position here. So you see these guys fighting for inside position. The intensity's decent on this match. I've noticed that both guys have really been at it, creating some angles, creating pressure by moving. We go out of bounds there. We're back to the middle. Ref says, okay, here we go, starting it off. You know, we had a long commercial break there. Both teams took time to pull the guys aside. UVU actually went off to the locker room for a moment, just a quick team meeting. What do you think Coach Williams had to say back there, Avery?
You know, UVU's got some momentum right now. I think he just wanted to keep that going, get the guys pumped, motivated to keep going out there and giving it their all so they can pull off the victory.
Well, that's the end of the first period. The score is 2-1. Derek Thomas is up. And we defer, and Jack Sarda from Air Force Academy chooses down. He's getting set. Referee's getting him right away, getting him going. Lines up, blows the whistle. Sarda, man, immediately explodes up out of there. It's almost like Derek was caught off guard almost. Scores 2-2. Riding time not really in effect. Both escapes were really quick by Sarda. Drag by here, shot in. Both will go out of bounds. Ref says, nope, let's get going. Let's go back to the middle. So it's 2-2, Avery. Got 2 full rounds in front of you. Again, we talk about this, man. You can really set the precedence for the rest of the match, put the onus and the pressure on the other guy by getting some points on the board right here, right?
Right here, Derek has a 2-on-1. Sarda slipped it out, but 2-on-1 is where Derek likes to be. He can score a lot of points from there. Look for him to...
Deep underhook on the far side. Doesn't have that head position, but he's got a nice bind there. Sarda's reaching inside, breaks that off, reaches inside to his thigh, takes some of that pressure off. Now Derek's inside, breaks free. Says, you know what, let's get a fresh start here. Oh, head pulled to a high C shot, but Derek sits on his butt. It's coming around the back. Does a good job, man. Now he's in a leg ride position. Gets that takedown. Very, very good job.
Sit in the corner is what they call that.
So what goes into the sitting in that corner?
You know, the guy shoots in, gets that leg, and you're changing the angles with your hips. You're slipping his shoulder out in front of you, and you're hooking his ankle. Changes the momentum.
You know, so much of wrestling is not only creating, but it's also creating or taking what's given to you and creating out of it. You know, we call it chain wrestling, and so, oh, nice tight. We got a tight waist wrist lock right here, looking for a tilt position. Derek's hooking right on that elbow, and you'll see him turn his hips to drive up over that shoulder, keep a tight waist with that wrist lock on the waist. Now he's looking for a bar arm series. Chicken wing, bar arm, I don't know what you call it, Avery. Oh, does a good job, holds him there.
Got some blood on the mat.
Yeah, Sarda's sprung a leak out of the nose. Got that blood taken care of. Gonna get back to action. Referee's ready to get him going. You know, as I wrestled, I mean, I wrestled UVU, Avery did too. I always had a lot of respect for the Air Force guys. You know, not only are they great students, they're serving our country, and many of them end up going on and doing the Air Force career. Graduate as an officer, that's a big thing for them. So I just always felt like the Air Force guys were really, really kind of straight, on the straight there, you know. They're pretty cut and dry guys, no nonsense type of guys. I think the things you see a lot of college kids deal with, they didn't deal with. They had a lot of responsibility. You know, some of them at a young age were in the ROTC and preparatory academies to get them in the Air Force. False start there. Derek sprung out of there quick. That's what we want. We want to see it. Referee said, you know, the riding time should be 104 and should be counting down the other way. So they got it off to the wrong start. Gonna look for Derek to spring out again. Immediately to his feet. Trying to lift him. Sarda's trying to lift him. Just drops him straight down.
Derek back up to his feet.
Well, he escapes, but again, the riding time was counting up the wrong way, and so we got to adjust that. So the referee comes over. So we're going to kind of chill out for a second. Referee's going to make that adjustment. There was approximately 17 seconds counted off, so the riding time should be in the 53s, 48s, 48 to 53. If my math's right, I don't know, Avery. Are you good at math?
I'm done with school. I don't do math anymore.
Oh, see, 50. What did I say?
You said 53 to 48. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
See,
you gave yourself a 5-second window.
I got that buffer. Never said I was good at math. I could do wrestling. I could count how many shots I needed to take,
there
right?
you go.
Okay, so we're on our feet, 51 seconds riding time. It's not really a factor. Scores 5-2 for UVU's Derek Thomas. Tough kid, nice to see a lot of motion. See, this is where you see a lot of good wrestling come in. I think when you see better guys versus younger guys, training guys, developing guys, you see that they would constantly move, right, Avery? They're
Absolutely.
constantly moving. They're faking. They're pulling. They're pushing. And Derek's done a good job of it this match. You see that his motion was good. His side-to-side motion. His shots were good. If he's hand fighting and he's tying up, those shots and that motion was good. So nice job. That's the second time Sardis has had a nice head pull, timed that right. Derek's head's come up and he's had a nice shot. Fortunately, didn't penetrate quite far enough in. Again, we're fighting here. Third period, 50 seconds left. You know, we need it. We need a big win. We gave up a pin in that 157-pound match, and you know, comes around, lift, returns on the mat. Nice flat return. That's a good way to return. If you see how Derek lifts him and then he returns him and he flattens him out, man, that's a tough position. You got to build all the way back up. Usually you get the wind knocked out of you a little bit because you get kind of slammed down on there.
Textbook finish right there.
Really, really great job. Oh, tilt position here. Score 7-2, minute 17 riding time and counting up. Just 5 seconds left in the round. Warning stalling red when time runs out. With that riding time point, score is 8-2. Derek Thomas comes away with a victory, decision victory for Utah Valley. Nice job. As we move into our heavyweight classification, Adam Fager, who last week was ranked in the top of the nation, had a tough match against Wyoming. He had just come back from an injury. It was his first match back in over a month, and had a tough match. Lost that one, so tough wrestler. We know he's good. Ranked in the top in the nation. Looking to qualify and go to nationals again for us. Adam Fager going up against Marcus Malachek. Adam in a Russian tie here. Now his head's underneath to a shot.
Great shot.
Adam's big, you know, but he can move. Look at that. That was a fantastic job. Takedown for Adam Fager.
He uses that weight, just crushes his opponent on the edge there.
He really does. I mean, as he came down, he landed on top of him, just crushed him down, make that heavyweight more than probably any other weight class has a real advantage to utilize that weight and lay it down, make it tough to build a base. Fager's doing a great job at a wrist right here. Again, turn that shoulder. You see Air Force's Malachek. Shoulders down in the mat, head's down in the mat. You see him holding his head. It's really tight. Fager's going to look to pop that hand out, bring it back in an armbar chicken wing type of ride. Drags him down. This is a tough position, by the way. Doesn't look like Fager's like laying his body on him, but all of Fager's weight is up in on the chest and laying on the back of Malachek. So Fager's doing a good job, and Malachek's got to open up. A lot of people in the crowd here are saying stalling because he's not really opening up. He's not really trying anything. But referee says, nope, I think it's a stalemate. We'll get a fresh start here. Malachek's going to be down. Minute 2 riding time is accrued. quick start. Malachek's up to his feet. Fager lets him go. We're back to our feet. Fager scored such a good takedown there, though. I think we could get it again. What do you think, Avery?
Yeah, absolutely. Adam looks fresh, has some great technique. Still got some gas in him.
You know, how much did you think that played into his performance last week? Was it gas? Was he gassing out? Was he, what was it?
Yeah, it looked like he got a little tired in the later rounds, and that's when he got taken down. But I feel like he's been working hard. And
no, he looks a lot different tonight. Sometimes a week of training can do a lot. You know, whether it's mentally you're just getting right, or literally physically you've pushed your lungs, opened up your lungs. Your body's more used to it. It's hard to come off a break like that. Another little fake shot there. 28 seconds left in the first period.
Adam has that Russian tie he likes to use.
Breaks it off, lets it go. 8 seconds left in the first round here.
Good pull by Adam.
So that ends the first period. Scored 2-1 for Adam Fager. Fager's choice, Fager defers to Malachek. Malachek chooses down in the second period. Let's see if Fager can turn something on here. Last time Malachek got out really quickly. Does it again. Quick stand up. Fager wasn't able to get his weight forward on Malachek's hands and make it heavy on him. Elbow pass to the faraway shot. The elbow pass came, and Malachek was recovering and moving his feet down, back and away, and Fager took a shot a little too late. So 1:24 here in the second period. Score is tied 2-2. Adam can score, and I was saying that. I was mentioning that, man, he can get in. Big guys are typically known for moving a little slower, but just at the right time when you think things are going slow, Adam can turn it. Bam, he strikes like lightning. That first takedown was indicative of that. I think he can do, right there, a fake shot. See, he's light on his feet, even though he's big. Adam's still light on his feet. He can move. So these fakes, he's got to pull them together where he fakes, and as the guy's recovering or reacting, then make that shot come all the way through, explode all the way through. 37 seconds left in the second period. Another little fake Diddy shot. Malachek met him head on with his hands on his head, so nothing really came of that. Fake shot, good shot. Nice again outside. We got to see.
Got to keep him in, got to keep him in. Pull him in if you can. The ref's letting it play out here a little bit. Time expires.
You know, I figured did all of that. The referee said, hey, he's fleeing the mat, and actually gave a point to Fager. And Fager chooses neutral in the third period. So we're on the edge of the mat. A lot of people might be wondering what was going on there. We're on the edge of the mat. Fager does the work, gets the takedown. We're on the edge of the mat, and he has a leg. He's trying to pull him back in. And one of the rules is you can't just turn and run away from it. I think the argument would be, where else did he have to go? You know, literally Malachek was almost on the wood, the hardwood floor where the mat ended. Great thing about Utah Valley is we have this big, huge Utah National Guard mat. So we got a big space on the edge, which makes it great, but ref said, you know what, he's turning and he's trying to get out. He's not trying to really defend. He's more trying to pull the play out. So, you know, controversial. You got the coach telling his reasons why. Avery, I don't know. What do you think about that position?
Yeah, the new rules they implemented last year was they wanted a lot more action in the wrestling. If you kick out like that, it's an automatic stall warning, maybe even a point, I think. That's the issue here. We'll see what the ref has to say after he's done talking with the Air Force coach.
Well, we got a team score here of Air Force Academy up over Utah Valley 13-9. Again, we got Fager. Fager's getting people pumped up. You hear the buzz starting in the crowd. He chooses neutral in the third period. Because you know what can happen. Takedown means everything here. Coming to a front headlock position. Reached high to do that. Fake shot. Fager's done he does that fake and then he does that straight single leg, high C single leg. So Fager's got a stall call, or excuse me, Air Force has a stall call, so Fager's got that. He knows he's pushed the action. Got to fling the mat. So he's got that kind of for him. Minute 16, but he's only up by 1 point. And bull rushed him here, a lot of action. He's digging in. He's digging in. Got an underhook to a shot. Doing a lot. Again, people yelling stalling. A lot of actions come from Fager's perspective. You know, he's been the one creating pretty much most of the match, wouldn't you say, Avery?
Yeah, like we said, night and day difference from last week. Adam's been pushing the pace the whole match. A lot of great shots, a lot of action out of Fager here.
.32 seconds left in the third period. Man, again, this is close. This could be close. Takedown changes everything here. Head snap, gets Malachek moving. Fake little reach, more like a shot. It wasn't even really like a shot, it was more of a reach. Malachek reaching for his underhook. Fager stays inside. Oh, straight single leg. Brings it out.
Two
takedown on the edge. Nice job. Fager ends up with a riding point, winning that match 6-2, which changes things around. Whereas we come into our last matchups, this is awesome. Team score is 12-13. Man, we went on an 0-3 run, and we've gone on a 3-0 run now. So I mean, it's 3-3. Excuse me, now 4-3 with that victory. Man, 4 straight wins for UVU. This is good. But we get to our 125-pound matchup again. Josh Martinez, ranked as high as 9th in the nation. He's not in the lineup tonight, so he's going up against Evan Olsky. Is that the? I want to make sure I got the pronunciation right.
Olinsky.
Got a promotion going over here. Got the girls doing the push-ups. Actually surprised me, Avery. Some of these girls, they hammer them out. Some tough chicks. So whoever gets the most push-ups wins some type of prize. Good energy coming into these last matches. Good energy. There's a buzz really starting because this duel has gotten close. Looked to be a blowout right at the beginning. We got the legs shaking, the arms shaking over there. Nice job there. Well, here we go as we finish the promotion, push-up promotion. Now we're on to our 125-pound match. Evan Olinsky. Oh, outside shot. Oh, nice, nice. Icy outside shot to a snap down. Scores that takedown. Man, Chasen has really come into his own. Stepped up to a 125-pound matchup. Immediately locks up a cradle, and now he's got him on his back. Great. And man, Chasen Tolbert. What a studly performance there.
That was 27 seconds.
A 27-second pin. Fantastic job. Just like that, things have really turned around. We got an 18-13 lead. We just pulled into the lead. UVU up. Now we're to our tough guys. We got Jade Rouser, one of our team leaders, two-time national qualifier, wrestling real tough for us. Last week was our owning victory against the University of Wyoming. Had a great takedown, finish right at the end to secure the victory. He's going up against Anthony McHugh. I feel that Jade epitomizes a Wolverine. He comes out, he even looks like a Wolverine, just tearing into guys, right?
He's a tough dude.
He's tough. His technique is fantastic, coming to us from Montana. McHugh.
Great takedown
Nice,
by Jade Rouser.
nice, just blast through him, takedown. McHugh comes to us. As a sophomore from Lewis Center, Ohio. Pulling guys from Ohio over there. Anthony McHugh gets a escape here. And Jade says, you know what, I'm cool with that. I'll go back to our feet. We'll get things going here.
Good shot by McHugh, but Rouser able to counter.
Yeah, countered, stuffed his head. He's got his head stuffed right on the edge of the mat. I don't know. Here I'd rather just get a fresh start, you know. Referee thought so too. You know, see some tape and whatnot on the neck of Jade. What's going on with that, do you know?
I think this is a residual injury from last year. Jade always had some issues with his neck, but he's been working through it. And that kinesio tape's on his neck to help stabilize it.
Yeah, and that kinesio tape's really done a lot, not just in wrestling, but a number of different athletic sports and athletic trainers are using that, and does wonders to just stabilize and support. Trainers here at Utah Valley do a fantastic job. Trainer Aaron Levitt for Utah Valley University, nicknamed the Beef, Leave It to Beaver. Oh man, got a single leg, ran to the double leg, ends up finishing the double leg by coming back behind. Now he's down, jumps up to the waist. We got a short time, 30 seconds left. Let's see if Jade can ride him out here. Now he lets him go, so scores 2-4. Jade Rouser up for real low, both hands planted on the mat, both guys sizing each other up. We want to see, you know, we can keep work, 10 seconds left, enough time to turn an offensive effort into a takedown. Not enough there. Jade Rouser, his choice in the first round, he defers. McHugh chooses down, scores 4-2, scores 4-2. Jade Rouser up into the second period here. Immediate start. Rouser with tight waist control, got his hands locked, jumps to the other side, looking to trip him out. McHugh does a good job. Gets some hand control, breaks that grip, turns away. So now scores 4-3 Utah Valley University's Jade Rouser, up by 1 point.
Getting up and away is what you want to do against Jade Rouser because he has a very tough bar arm. He pins lots of kids.
Shot right there, finishes double. Great shot by Jade. Great job by Jade. Jogs back to the center. Yeah, Jade, when he gets really starts working his series and he can keep a guy flattened out, man. But McHugh's doing a good job, just keeping his hips underneath him, bringing a leg up, bringing a foot up, grabbing hand control, making a hand fight, breaking those hands and turning into him. Jade goes, you know what? Let's go. Let's let you go. So now again, all escapes for McHugh. Jade's up 6-4. Man, that Chasen's match, I'll have to go back to that. That was just done in a blink of an eye. He came out on fire. He's done a great job for UVU, stepping in at 125 pounds. He's been ranked this year, correct, Avery?
Yep, ranked as high as 13th, I believe, in the country.
So I mean, man, we got Chasen in the mix of getting ranked. Jade in the mix of getting ranked. Adam Fager in the mix of getting ranked. When you can keep guys consistently performing and getting ranked, that's when the team gets ranked and you start seeing the team break into national rankings. That ends the second period, so we're on to the third period. It's Jade's choice. Jade chooses down. Again, the match score 6-4. Jade's up by 2. Most of the work done by him. Escapes, though, have kept McHugh in the game here with only a 2-point margin. Quick sit to a switch. McHugh steps back over, flattens him out. Jade immediately chain wrestles up to his feet. Great job. He gets lifted. Now he's in the switch position again, looking to step back over. Does a good job. He's going to cross face him here, bring his hips around, step behind. He gets a reversal. So great job. 8-4. Jade Rouser up. Got a cross face elbow ride here. Really tight. He's actually looking to bring this back leg up, plant his hand, and bring the head and the knee together. McHugh knows what's going on, though. He straightens his body out. Jade immediately runs to this wrist ride, to a half. This is tight, though. There's so many turning combinations. I like that UVU runs this series of you wrist ride can come out. You pull that out from the side. It could be a bar arm, a chicken wing. Guy really buries it. You can tilt him. You can throw a half and throw a far side half. Jay's doing a good enough job riding. McHugh can't do much, so the referee says, let's see some action, man. You got to get going. You got to get up. He's laying. Anytime, Avery, I don't know if you agree with this, anytime you see a guy, his head's on the mat, like right here, you see McHugh, his head and his face is on the mat. Now he brings his head up. You know a guy's not probably working as hard as he could.
Right, and the referee's going to see that and call you for stalling, just like he did.
Well, this match, I'm telling you, UVU's up by 5 right here. If Jade can continue to perform, that might secure us the victory. We're going to see what happens.
There it is again.
Another stalling. So we pick up Rouser picks up a stalling point, scores 9-4 with 10 seconds left in the third. Again, he's turning it on, just wrist ride to tilt, making it hard. Crossface here. 2 minutes, 9 seconds riding time as the match time expires. Jade Rouser of UVU with a riding point. Ends up beating McHugh of Air Force 10-4. With that victory, that pulls us 21-13 team score. And that actually, Avery, puts the victory on the board for UVU. That was big for us. We got Matt Ontiveros going up against Connor O'Hara.
Great reshot by Ontiveros.
Nice reshot.
Gets that takedown right there.
O'Hara, a sophomore from Farmingville, New York. Young guy. Nice job there by Matt Ontiveros.
Look for Ontiveros to throw the legs in here. He's real strong on top with that power half combination.
How do you know that?
Wrestle with him.
Yes.
On the weekly.
Tough kid. No, last week we saw that some really tough riding from him in the leg ride position, and comfortable. I mean, a lot of guys even here. Ref says, well, we'll call a stalemate. A lot of guys aren't comfortable there, but he seemed like, no, I know exactly what I'm doing. Even in a standing leg ride position, he's looking for ways to capture the the wrist start looking to roll and turn. Again, leg ride position. He's on top, making it real tough. He's reaching to the back here, keeping his hips on top. Got a far leg here, flattens him out. He comes back up, throws the opposite leg in.
He's got a cradle.
Got a cradle here. A lot of guys will do this. They got a cradle, so sometimes they can jump out just like this. They jump out, and he's going to pull it back over the other way. Sit, looking to sit right here. Still fight here. We can still fight here.
Scramble position here.
You know what, Ontiveros, he was pulling it back. His leg came in between O'Hara's. O'Hara picked it up and ended up getting his hips on top. We're at a 50-50 point there, but he was close where he's feeling, man, my shoulders are flat here. He's going, you know what, I'm going to let that go. So he bails out, ends up building his base up real quick. He gets out. Scores 3-2 for UVU's Matt Ontiveros. He looked real in control. I think, you know, the fact that he got his leg caught there, Avery, he got out of position. He actually pulled O'Hara on top of him, which again, you can still fight through that, but there was a scramble ensuing there, and I think that was smart of him to say, you know what, we'll give up 2. I'm not going to get pinned here, right?
Yeah, O'Hara's real long, able to create those funky scramble situations, grabbing the leg of Ontiveros. And
sometimes a guy that is long like that, I mean, you put a cradle on and you're putting all kinds of the power, but they're so wide and their limbs are so long, they're posting up and making it real difficult to turn you.
Great cross post to the leg shot by Ontiveros. He's got his hands locked, trying to get the corner.
4 seconds here. Time expired. It's Air Force's choice. Air Force defers Matt Ontiveros. He chooses down. So with Ontiveros up 3-2, he chooses down as we go into the second period. Again, UVU has secured the victory. Even if it's a fall here for Air Force, we still come away with the win. So, man, what a turn of events, wouldn't you say, Avery?
Absolutely. What they beat his first 3 matches right in a row.
3 straight, and I was thinking, man, is
13.
this a replay of last week? But, man, we turned it on. I think the momentum really shifted. I definitely think Chasen's pin not only scored great points for us, but also just pumped the rest of the team up. So these last few matches with Jade and Matt, man, it's just they've been good. These guys have come out on real puffed up, real ready for it. Oh man!
Oh, great shot.
You know, that was like a sit-out, duck-under type of shot, but they were both on their knees, and man, he comes up around. Oh, but O'Hara's riding tough on top now. For a second there, I felt like Matt Ontiveros had his hips up on top. He could have sat on him, but no, he comes up to his feet. So with that score, with that escape score, Ontiveros up by 1.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
$20 seconds left in the second period. Both guys hand fighting on the edge here. Shot by Matt Ontiveros, gets his hands locked, but he gets stuck underneath.
You know, this is second. Oh,
he's moving.
Right
He's
there.
moving.
Double leg, double leg.
Short time. He gets 2.
That was a good job. I mean, the end of last period, first period, same position. His head was down, man, the time expired. So he scores that takedown right at the last 7-4 for Matt Ontiveros. UVU, it is Air Force's choice in the third period. He says, you know what, I want to go neutral. Gets a shot. You're gonna choose neutral. That means you got to shoot. He gets a shot. Ontiveros sitting on a drape type of position, and now sits on his butt. Gets sat down on his butt by O'Hara. Now it's a fight here, again, here back up to the drape. What do you do here if you're Ontiveros?
You got to be ready to move.
Right there, does a good job. O'Hara doesn't hold his legs, so then Ontiveros is able to kick his legs back, but then again, he comes back underneath, so it's a good.
Ontiveros doing a good job of locking around the body and trapping that arm with it as well, so O'Hara only has one arm to use.
Oh, here we go. No, wow, fantastic job by Ontiveros. So what he does is he traps the arm. It's a neutral position, so he traps the arm, ends up going to the same side, but because he has that lock, there's no defense, he ends up scoring the takedown. O'Hara scores that escape, makes the score 9-5 for Ontiveros. I don't know if he tried a head roll there, but Ontiveros ends up coming up out on top there. He scores a takedown. I see 2 near fall there as well. So we got a 13-5 match score. Real big turn of events. I think O'Hara knew that he had to score something big if he was gonna close that gap. 24 seconds left in the third period.
Gets a minute of riding time. It looks like it'll be a 9-point advantage.
Seconds. Riding tough on top. Again, double leg ride position. Like Avery said, Ontiveros great at the leg ride here. His time expires. So with the point for riding time score is 14-5, we got a 9-point victory, which is a major decision. So our final team score, 25-13. UVU, I'm telling you, Avery, wouldn't you say, man, we come out, I wouldn't call it flat. I think there were some tough wrestlers there in the 149 to 165 pound, or excuse me, to the 165 pound weight class. But we end up coming away with the rest victories. We go 0-3 for the first 3 matches. The remaining 7, we end up pulling out victories. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they pulled out that victory, and I think it's what this young team needs after they took a beating last week against a top 20 team. They're young. It's hard on the morale when you lose at home, but I think this is a great victory, and it's what they needed for sure.
I agree. I think as you go back, and we still got other duels, both home and away, coming up here. We wanna really look to get some confidence. We have coming into town in the next 2 weeks, January 30th, Oregon State. That's a big matchup.
Top 20 team.
Top 20. Also Stanford, January 31st, so they're 2 days back-to-back. We're going to be broadcasted on Utah Valley University television for those. Certainly stream it live. Certainly come out, watch the matches right here at Utah Valley University. And then we're going to go away for a little while, February 6th and 7th, North and South Dakota State. Then we'll come back home for our last home duel, February 14th against Northern Colorado. Our West Regionals in Fargo this year, and again, those national championships, St. Louis, Missouri. Everybody's working to be ready and wrestle for that. Our team has still got some stuff to work on, Avery, but a good victory tonight over a tough Air Force team. Again, my name is Sam Allen. I'm here with Avery Gardner. Final match score, Utah Valley University 25, Air Force Academy 13. We thank you for tuning in, and we sign off from Orem, Utah. Goodbye.